Hello peeps, how's it going? Hillbilly Halfwit today. I thought I'd tell you a funny tale. You can't do things serious all the time, can you? Well, this was my time working with a few brothers called Yogi and Hugh. And one of the brothers is still alive now, Gaz. Sometimes he watches this. Hello, how are you, bud? I had just so much fun working with them, and I was privileged enough to work with them, both of them, in different jobs. And they were always up to something. Always. You had to be so careful. They'd super glue your cup to the table. You name it, they would do it. Anything. So I'll have to preface this about what happened. So what happened, I went to work for Hugh Reese, and he'd got a Toyota pickup, and the back was open. So we could put, when they were working normally, they had 3 people working for them, and only 3 people go in the front. So when I went to work for the timber, falling trees and things, there wasn't enough room, so I went in the back. So I used to lie underneath a tarpaulin to keep the rain off me and the wind off me to go to work. So we were travelling 20 miles to work to Lanny at that time from Raider. So it was, I didn't mind it at all. It was good money, and that's how when you're brought up in the country, you don't mind doing shit like that. So I've been doing that for a few weeks, and then at the weekends, he used to sell timber. So Yogi and Hugh and us were always at each other doing something. So Hugh goes to me one day, he said, if you come in tomorrow, me and Mick are going to take some timber. So we'll have a bit of a joke on Yogi. So I was all up for this. Went in on a Saturday, me, Mick, and Hugh, put this load of timber in the trailer. He said, you hide under that tarpaulin there in the back of that truck. And when we go into this farmyard, he said, they're at the sheep there. I'll tap the side of the truck twice, and you jump up like this and frighten the living daylights out of Yogi. And I was absolutely up for this, because they'd done something to us a while back. So here I am. We travelled a bit closer. I jumped in the back then, under this tarpaulin. And we went through this gate. Hugh said, we're just coming into the farmyard now. We're going to go through a gate. We'll be in the farmyard. You'll hear noises of these people at the sheep. He said, I'll tap the side. All jobs are good. And you jump up and frighten Yogi. So off we go. Oh, hear this gate open. Yeah, loads of people in this yard. What the earth was what I'd let myself in for. So Hugh and Mick were talking to these people. You could hear them all milling round the truck. Then tap, tap, tap. I jump up, like this, shouting like a lunatic, waving my arms. Yogi wasn't there at all. It was an outward bounds retreat, and these people were going to stay there for a week. And they were a bit dressed like hippies and stuff like that. Well, they grabbed hold of my legs, they pulled me out the back of the truck. I thought they were going to beat the crap out of me. When they realised what was going on, we all burst out laughing, but man alive, that was funny. I always remember that. Oh, I gotta say, that was hilarious. Well, because I was telling you it was so wet in that truck, Hugh got a back for it then, which is a white back that went onto this, like a canopy, because my uncle had got one for sale. So he had this canopy then, and so if you imagine a Toyota with a white canopy on the back, a plastic canopy thing, and we put in a single seat of a settee in there, an armchair, facing backwards. Well, and it was comfy. I used to sit in this thing and go to sleep on the way to work and the way to back. So you'd open the back door up, and there I'd be sat in this armchair, sleeping most of the time when I was going to work. So about a week we'd had this thing in. It was luxury for me, absolute luxury. And next thing, we were coming back along Lanny Bypass, and Hugh stopped, and I couldn't see what out, see, because there was no windows in it or anything. Next thing, the door opens, and Hugh had picked up a hitchhiker. When the back of this opened up, and this hitchhiker saw me in the back, sat in an armchair, he didn't know what the fuck to do, to be quite honest with you. But you would never believe this. This hitchhiker was on a charity bike ride on a unicycle, and he got a puncture. And he got in the back with me, and I was sat on like a throne there. And he was telling me all about this. I think he was more glad to get out of that truck and get in it, because he had no idea what was going on. What are the chances of picking up a unicyclist with a puncture on a charity cycle, eh? And then actually taking him 20 miles that he hadn't cycled, so he was cheating. That's mad, isn't it? I just want to say to everybody young about there, younger than me, all my time in work, pretty much 95% of it was all fun. It wasn't, I met loads of them, some of my best friends in work. People tell you it's all bad, it isn't. Work, you meet a lot of your friends that you'll be friends with for life. And that's my tales for today. I might say a few more about them if I remember about them, but that was Yogi and Hugh, the brothers. Brilliant fun. And I had the privilege to be to work with them both. I used to work with Yogi on the wind farm. So I'll tell you some tales about that again. So please comment, rate and subscribe. All the best. Gaz.